So yeah, boom, we are live. Welcome back, guys, to MO Pitch Talk, and welcome back to our segment here called Take a Touch. And as always, I'm here with my guys, Pato and Big H in the building. We're just gonna get straight into it because there's a lot to get off a certain person's chest. But before we do get into the topics of today, please do, guys, like, comment, subscribe, do all that great stuff. Please do support us in our journey on the road to 1K subscribers right now. We're about just a little over 600. So if you could push it to 1K, that'd be greatly appreciated. Please do like the stream and do comment as well and join us while we discuss. Today, a hot topic of conversation has to be Liverpool and Arne Slot. And it has to be because after what I watched on the weekend, I genuinely am in disbelief. I'm not even a Liverpool fan, but I'm Arne Slot out. That guy, everybody has me whacking Tottenham up and down the place, flogging them. Atletico Madrid put four past them in 20 minutes. And this guy somehow, some way went and drew 1-1 with them. I genuinely did not know how that was possible. Paddle, just listen, the floor is yours. I know you have a lot to get off your chest. Excuse me. You have a lot to get off your chest. The floor is yours, please. Talk to us. What happened?
We went 1-0 up. Fine. Szoboszlai scored another free kick again. Okay, no problem. But you can't tell me you couldn't create one open play goal against that Tottenham team. Like, you're kind of having a laugh at that point. You couldn't just score one regular goal. Well, what was the game plan? Your midfielders were getting bodied by Sarr. Sarr's not even a big guy. I don't know how he does it as well, by the way.
Just long legs.
Yeah, long legs. Like, you're letting Richarlison score again. Bro, I don't even know, man. Then even just the selection, he's resting people for Galatasaray. Bro, face your front. Win the game in front of you. Bro, okay, now we drew against Tottenham. Let's say we lose to Galatasaray. We don't make top four by the Champions League. Then what? I keep resting them then. Are you gonna rest them after that? Because if he doesn't make Champions League, he's definitely gone. Even if he does, for me, he's probably gone as well. I think the board are just waiting till the summer to assess what they're gonna do. Because this is absolutely crazy, man. People are saying when Isak comes back, he might help. That nigga ain't doing shit, man. This season. You can go and bring Messi from 2012 into this team. Ain't nothing happening, man. Like, he had Rio had a really good game. He was cooking. I don't know who that right back was. He was cooking him. Pedro Porro, yeah. Making a lot of penetrating runs. Like, every time he went 1v1, he was beating them. But he tried to win a penalty. Like, he was doing a lot of stuff.
Did he dive?
He dived, yeah. Well, he's 17, I'll allow him. Bro, Vela said I need to take it into my own hands because the rest of you are shite, man. I need to get a penalty or something. But yeah, he was having a really, really good game, really promising. And then he took him off. But he didn't look tired, so I don't know why he took him off. And then he brings on Salah, and he takes off Verts as well. But the thing is, he's not going to start Rio when we play Galatasaray, I don't think. So why are you taking him off? I know what he's going to do. He's going to put Gakpo or Verts on the left because he wants the experience because it's a Champions League game. And then you're winning 1-0. It's 82 minutes. You bring on Trey Neone. Bro, you're hanging on 1-0. Don't bring on it. So you take off one kid and bring on another kid into midfield. You had McAllister and Trey Neone as a double pivot. One skinny 17-year-old and then McAllister that is just, I don't know what happened to him. Where's the game plan? You bring on Salah and Ekitike. Start Ekitike, man. And then take him off. Be 2-3-0 up. Batter them. And then start making substitutions. You're doing it the wrong way around. So I don't know exactly what his thought process was. And especially at 1-0, you need to get the second goal. And then you're hanging on the last 10 minutes. You made it into a basketball match. Tottenham are having confidence. The team probably with the least confidence in Europe right now had confidence and were going toe-to-toe with us after you spent 400 million. You are a shambles. Like, honestly, like, it's basically I'm just saying the same things over and over again for the past, 6 months. And I don't know how the board is not seeing it. And they're saying no. They even bringing out statements saying and he Slot is our guy. The leaks the paper and stuff like that. But bro, at a certain stage, you need to just be like, look, you tried your best, bro. You won the league, fair play. I will never forget him for that. He's a Premier League winning manager, so he will have respect for that. But bro, at the end of the day, you have to improve. You can't spend all this money and not improve. Even like we were just saying before the stream started, you've got your right back playing right wing, and you've got your best player who's a midfielder playing right back. How does that make sense? You dropped Kanate because you've got Galatasaray. How was your defense? Wasn't very good, was it? You put Gomez centre back. You started Robertson. didn't play Kirkez because of Galatasaray. Look, the Galatasaray, it's not even a guarantee we're going to beat them. I could see them beating us, or we draw and we get knocked out. So you need to play the game that's in front of you. So yeah, man. Look, as a Liverpool fan, I'm just kind of over the season. I just want it to end. I thought we could have a good run in Champions League. I thought we could win FA Cup. They gave us City. I thought we'd make top four. Us and Chelsea are saying doing hot potato. Now you have it. Now you have it. So look, I don't know what's gonna happen, but there's no way this guy can be the manager at the start of next season. But the thing is, they're throwing away this season by keeping him. They could have saved the season 5 months ago, 3-4 months ago, if they had just got somebody else in. Even as an interim, look at Michael Carrick at United. That could have been us. We have a better squad than them. But yeah.
Well, can I just pose some hypotheticals to you? This is what some of my theories are, because obviously I was thinking about the topic before we went live and stuff like that as well. Obviously, like you mentioned, he's a Premier League winning manager. So obviously to come in, especially from the Eredivisie, your first season you went to win the Premier League is not many managers have done that. The other ones I can kind of think off the top of my head is like Conte, Jose, like Chelsea managers, chopping and changing, Carlo Ancelotti, and all that kind of stuff as well. So especially for a Dutch manager to kind of come in, hit the ground running, maybe the blueprint was already kind of laid out for him by Jurgen Klopp. But I'll get into that in a second as well. I think one of the reasons why they haven't decided to get rid of him is, given he's won the Premier League, the expenditure that they put during the summer as well. Then also just to kind of mitigating circumstances that kind of happen as well. If you think about the whole Jota debt, it has to kind of play a hand into it. And if you do remember at the start of the season, you guys weren't playing great football at the start of the season, but you were playing to a decent enough level that you won your first 5 games. You were like 5 points clear at a certain point as well. So it wasn't all doom and gloom. To kind of get rid of him, maybe post, I don't know, say like September, October, would have been a bit harsh, given that he only won the league maybe at that point 4 or 5 months prior. The results weren't great, but you kind of have to give him a bit of time. He's at that point he's earned credit in the bank to kind of give it a bit, see if he can work it out. Now the season has kind of went longer, and it's kind of evidently clear that this guy is out of his depth. It's a bit too late to sack him, because even to sack him right now and get Steven Gerrard in, or maybe another interim manager for the last say 6 to 5 games, what's even the point? Do you know what I'm saying? Season is gonna fizzle out anyways. So I think it's just best to leave him in his post until the summertime, see who's about during the summertime, and then just go from there. Because to me, it doesn't make any sense to get there. And then with him winning the league as well, like I was saying, me and H touched on it maybe a little bit during the summer. I know H was especially talking about. He's been saying it for the longest time that it was a Salah carry job, and now it's looking like it was true. For me, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, because some of the tactical changes he was making at halftime and certain things last season, he was like, I was actually looking at him saying, okay, maybe this guy is not. He's just not. He's not one of them. He has a bit of tactical nous. He has something about him. You know what I mean. He wasn't pulling square pegs and round holes. He was pulling round pegs and round holes, and doing the right things, saying the right things at the same time as also. To me, he looked like a competent manager, but now it's like he's complaining about set pieces. He's complaining about people changing the lineup against him. He's still complaining about the way people set up against him, all this kind of stuff. I'm like, mate, what are you on about? What do you think? Because you won the league in your first season, and it was pretty much of a cakewalk. You thought it was going to be like that again? Obviously, people are going to respect you. The first time around, people didn't respect you. People were like, "Who the hell is this guy? We're gonna try go toe to toe with him." You went to win the league, and people were like, "Oh, okay, damn, you're actually a good manager. You won. You came to our league. You went and won our league. So now we're gonna pay you that ultimate respect of being a champion. We're gonna make it harder for you." And this guy's been bitching and complaining all season. Another set piece goal, but he's complaining about set pieces. Another set piece goal, but he's been complaining about set pieces all season. Wild, absolutely baffling. And then, yeah, he's just then he's complaining about not playing good football as well. brother, you don't play good football. Like, I was entertained for that game because of how open it was, but at the same time, I was kind of sitting there thinking, there's nobody want to put their foot on the ball and just calm it down a little bit because, like you mentioned as well, why were you involved in a basketball game against Tottenham Hotspur? Why were
Exactly.
you doing that? A team that had zero confidence, you were giving them confidence because you'd be trying to attack. Somebody will either break up the attack, Ekitike. You had a 4-on-2 at a certain point. The ball to Chiesa was terrible, absolutely terrible. Killed the whole attack. I remember another part. Allison tried to do a quick breakaway, launch the ball forward to go to Kakpo. All he had to do was take a touch, and he could have just played a simple pass to Salah, messed up the touch. And then is a basketball game. I'm seeing Xavi Simons, fella that's a little twink, somebody that I used to highly rate before he came to the league. I've watched him closely. The fella is horrid, absolutely horrid. He was having a good game. He was getting a few shots off. He was moving the ball quickly. Him and Archie Gray was linking up sometimes. Archie Gray had a good game. You made Archie Gray look good.
You
You made
know,
Archie Gray look good. You made Xavi Simons look good. You made Richarlison look good. That's crazy.
I just think that the whole squad, the physicality is just gone completely. Like, there's no oomph, there's no physicality, there's no strength, power. Everybody is just trying to be technical. Everybody wants ball to feet. There's no runners, there's no
Yeah.
strength. Like, you had last year, you had a right back that played most of the games. You had Trent and then Conor Bradley as well that would come in,
See,
and you
that's
played your
another
right
point.
backs.
That was
Our
another
right
point I
back,
was going to touch. That was another point I was going to touch on. The whole selection as well did not make sense to me. Taking off Rio and Gamo did not make sense to me. Why do you have your best player that's been outstanding for most of the season at right back? Then your right back, the person that you sign as a right back, you play him as a right winger. Doesn't make
yeah.
sense.
And the
It,
thing
it,
is, he dropped Salah. Obviously, maybe because Salah is not performing, and also because he's probably going to start him against Galatasaray. Bro, Salah eats against teams that are not playing well. Regardless, let him play against Tottenham. It's not like you're playing you're not playing Arsenal away. You're not playing Man City at home. He would cook for like 90 minutes against Tottenham because they have no confidence.
mhm.
Do you know what I mean? Salah is one of them players where he doesn't have to be having a good game or having an impact. But them Tottenham guys like to make mistakes, and Salah likes to pounce on mistakes. You just have a quick breakaway. He knows how to give that final ball. You now dropped him. You now put Frimpong, that's just a pace merchant, and he's a right back, by the way. Like last year, they had Trent. They had that out ball over and over and over. And then on the left, you had Luis Diaz, who was basically doing what Rio was doing, but a bit more polished because obviously he's actually a seasoned pro. You said no, I don't need a left winger. You said Gakpo playing left wing. You now put Gakpo up front as centre forward. We're a broken hand, by the way. I don't know why that guy's even playing. And then now you have Rio that was going in doing this thing. You now took him off. You now took off the only outlet, the only person that was beating people. Everything good that happened in that match for us was happening in True Rio. Even one man of the match as well. Um, so his selection was wrong. His thought process was wrong. I'm of the opinion where even if you have an important game in midweek,
Mhm.
but you're not like comfortably in the top four, bro, play your strongest team. You're playing Tottenham. You should play your strongest team, be 2 or 3-0 up at halftime, then start making substitutions. Not the other way around where you're 1-0 up and you're getting scared. Now you start bringing like Ekitike and Salah for them to come and save the game.
If
No, do
Chiesa has any self respect, if Arne Slot was to call me up after Tottenham just equalised and it's now the 89 minute of the game, I'll tell him, but I'm not going on that pitch, man.
what you want me to do?
No, I'm not going because if you guys were still winning 1-0, you was never coming on. You were
Exactly.
never going to bring me onto the pitch. But Hedge, let me get your opinion on this one. Look out what I have on the screen is what Soboslai said. Yeah, he said he doesn't know what's going on. That the way they're carrying on right now, they should be happy with Conference League. In your opinion, what is going wrong?
It's the same thing I said last season, boys. I can go back, I can get the clips. I've said Liverpool as an institution do not play good football. I've said it since Patrick told me that how can I say this? And he saw just came in his first season. He took it in Klopp's team and he won this. I told him, brother, they can't shine my eye with the Prem. They can't. Because what I'm seeing here, I could see it. You're scoring goals. The football is looking good, but when you can when you're looking at something and it just doesn't make sense. Everybody was poor. Listen, everybody was poor last season. You guys capitalized. You're the better team last year. But I was watching. I was just like, when everyone else is going to be good, or City is going to be good, or Arsenal is going to be good, can this sustain you, man? And I didn't think it would. How you play, the weakness of your players. Ever since you lost Fabinho, my God, no muscle in midfield, nothing.
Yeah,
Losing Jordan Henderson, at least Jordan Henderson gets stuck in. No leadership. You're depending on McAllister. McAllister does even quite McAllister. You want McAllister to carry people. All right, cool. Last year he's won the league because of Mohamed Salah. Been saying it. That guy, that fella had nearly 200 goals, bro. 200 goal involvements in one season. Bro, it doesn't make sense, bro. How would you not win the league? I'd be worried if he had that season and he didn't win the league. Do you know what I mean? But then he's going to this season, you spend the money. And you remember what I said to you after you signed this? Like I said, brother, it's not what you think it's gonna be. I didn't say that from a hating standpoint. I said that from a standpoint of you lot already have something missing. What you've bought isn't gonna fill that thing that's missing. You don't have because you had such a great spine. You had Van Dijk, Fabinho was there, and you had Firmino. You now you sold the chaos merchant in Nunes. You let Diaz go. You let Trent go. You let Fabinho went. Obviously, the season prior, Firmino got and now all that's left is Virgil and Salah. Bro, that's it. Like realistically, we're McAllister, good player, but when we're talking about the world class midfielders, is he there? Do you know what I mean? Grav was great last season, but again, Grav is young. Was he 23? 22, 23?
Yeah, 23, yeah.
Still trying to
how much is he on again, Pato?
270 or something.
Bro, in this economical crisis that we're in. Do you know what I mean? So to me, it's like I think Liverpool's priorities are just on the wrong place. And I think it's when you guys start prioritizing the right things. I think it'd be very easy for you guys to kind of switch from this back into the old Liverpool. Do you get me? I just think like right now, it's like in your mind, it's like I think the board in a way are trying to push more so the image of Liverpool, right? Because to me, it's like your signings that you've made from a footballing standpoint, it makes sense, but for Liverpool, doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? In my mind, I've always seen Liverpool as that, like ever since Klopp has been there, that real life, everyone says rock and roll football. I always thought that a better midfielder for you guys to have gotten is someone like, probably wouldn't have, the money would have been crazy, but Valverde. Valverde to me suits Liverpool to a T, up and down, he'll do everything for the badge. That's the identity of Liverpool. The players who do, Simon Hippier, Reese, Kite, they all did it for the badge. They all fought 2-0 for the badge. Those are the type of players.
Sorry to cut you off, AJ. Sorry to cut you off, but it was like somebody put it to me, and I said to you guys last week as well. You guys were shopping in Bershka, you're shopping in Zara, you know what I mean, Top One, all these type of places, and then for some reason you start going to Selfridges, you start going to flannels, you start shopping in a place where you don't really shop before, and you start putting stuff together, mix and match. You're wearing Louis Vuitton with Versace and all this type of stuff. You're just looking crazy. You should have stayed in your bag. You should have got what got you here. But now you're here. All of a sudden, you want to go to the upper echelon where it's not really your style. Like we know you have the money to do it, but you didn't have to do it. And for some reason, you went and changed the whole model. And I think that's coming to bite you guys in the ass, because the reason why I even asked again how much Gravenberch was earning is because some of those renewals are up. Even the guy that we have on the screen is up as like, unless you were about to pay him a big bag, he's off to Real Madrid. Even McAllister as well. He's talking about his contract situation. Like there's a lot of issues in there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like H just mentioned, you're very close to going back to Liverpool of old, and everything that Jurgen Klopp has spent the past 10 to 12 years building in the next 2 or 3 seasons could be off for nothing.
I would say the only thing that gives me hope is, I think, okay, let's be honest, from a quality standpoint, if everybody's fit, there's a lot of quality in the squad. But the problem is, I think the quality that we have are players that only play well when the team is having a good day. If you really want to be world class, if you really want to be that top player, you need to be able to do it when the rest of the team is having a stinker, but you're not gonna have a stinker.
And that's
Someone like someone like a De Bruyne. A lot of the time, City will be having a stinker. Even when they nearly lost the league that season against us, they were 2-0 down to Aston Villa. Villa just came on and then just said, "Yeah, it's not me that's going to lose a league like this." Do you know what I mean? Even like back in the day, Henry would do it. People like Gerrard, Lampard, Vieira, they would just be like, "Look, I know the team's having a stinker, but I'm going to sort this out." I feel like the man that we have, it's like if everything isn't going well, they're not going to have a good day. Like Wirtz is meant to be that maverick where, look, okay, everything's going wrong, but I'm going to make something out of nothing, like what Salah was doing last season. But no one is doing that. I think in the summertime, there will be no superstars, but it's going to be real men that are married, that don't go clubbing, people that all they do is eat pasta and chicken and play football.
You guys even have the money in the bank to process that type of outlay.
But we don't need that type. We don't need expensive players. Look at the players that you guys bought. You didn't spend mad money on these defenders that you have, but you're so defensively solid, and you have the squad depth in defense.
So you guys have already committed them enough money. Like you've bought 60 mil on the guy that broke a shoulder, Jeremy Jackie. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's 60 mil. That's 60 mil. That's already accounted for the summer. So so if you're gonna drop another 200 mil, you have 140 left already.
Yeah, so look, they have to find a way. We need to go and find the 35 million pounds centre back that's going to end up being the next Van Dijk. They need to do whatever they need to do. They don't need to have.
Can I ask you a quick question as well? Would you get rid of Van Dijk this season? Or would you keep him on?
No way. Van Dijk is still good. The rest of the team is shit.
I think you should. I think you should move on from him.
Nah,
I think he's part of your defensive problems as well, because I know he has I know he's still Van Dijk by name and he has the captain armband, but he's not leading that back line. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not telling people what to do. He's not even leading by example. I know he's a little bit older, but he's not leading by example.
But he's not. But out of everybody, he's the best defender. He's still the best defender we've got. Kanate is young.
Yeah. But I'll just say this: he's the best defender you have right now, but he doesn't have to be the best defender you have. And I think that's kind of where I've said where it's just like I think Liverpool's priorities are in the wrong place, because Virgil van Dijk, what was he, 34?
Yeah, 34.
Being your best defender, and there's no one that's close. You don't have a someone that's right beside him that's going to take over that transition. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you look at like even the whole like Gabriel Saliba thing. Trust me, yeah, Gabriel's the leader of the two of them. Saliba is more the, I'm the young guy, I will take the chance. But the thing is, if Gabriel decides to leave, Saliba's gonna it's just an easy, that type of thing. And I think you guys again, just the priorities thing is just like Gahey was there. You didn't. Now, whether you think Gay is a good defender, he's better than what you have. Do you know what I mean? 100%. And the money was what did he get for 40 M's?
Who?
The Gay. How much did they pay for Gay?
Yeah, like they got him 20 mil, but he's on like 300K a week.
So you see what I mean? It's like your priorities are in the wrong place. The money was there. You could have got Gahey in. Now imagine you have Gahey and you're not more defensively solid.
Yeah, 100%.
You're so much solid. And then, okay, you guys went and got Wirtz. I'm not saying Wirtz is a bad player. Good player. But that money that you spent on him, there's no other. You're looking at your team. Maybe we need a DM. Maybe we need a DM before we go and look for it. Because then, if you want to get like a 10, you can actually go get someone that's young and exciting. That maybe he's not going to cost you 116 million, but maybe 50, 60 million, you can go get 24, 25-year-old. Maybe bid for Morgan Rogers or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's just like there's so many places, but it's like your board has kind of I think they're trying to push the image of Liverpool as this big place where they've gone from we sign kind of unknown players and make them into superstars to we're signing superstars and we're trying to be this superstar type of club where there's nothing wrong in doing that, but there has to be a balance. You have to have superstars, but you also have to demand them that work for the superstars to be superstars. And right now it's just like you have a superstar in Salah, superstar in Van Dijk, but they're underperforming. You bought superstars in Ekitike, Wirtz, and Isak. Isak broke his leg. Wirtz is still adjusting to the Prem, and Ekitike is the only one but he's kind of gone cold right now. So then I look at everybody else. McAllister. I look at Soboslai. I look at Frimpong. All the KKs, the guys that you bought, they're not performing. But the only one that's performing is Soboslai. Can the guy not rest? Fella's doing cornrows. Fella's lost his head. He's lost his mind. So that's just for me. I just think, again, you guys are literally teetering on that edge where it's like, it could all literally go to shit. Or you guys can just turn it around. And that's really just down to the board. I don't think it's a manager issue. Obviously, it's a manager issue, but I don't think it's that much of a manager issue. I think the board have to say, these are our terms and conditions. This is how we want to play football. These are the type of players we are looking for, the profile we are looking for to sign. You have to make it work. If Slot goes, yeah, no, or after the start of next season, he's still playing the same rubbish, sack him. Simple. Pay the redundancy fee. You go and you live your life. Is that not it? That's it.
Yeah.
How much money have Man United paid them redundancy fee? Bro, redundancy, you pay the money. It's okay.
Let me ask you a question, Pato. Are you slot in or you slot out right now?
Oh, Slot out, man, 100%. That nigga gotta go, man. Like, you can't.
Pato was telling me he's tactical. Obviously, the tactics involved winning the Prem. I told you,
no, but the thing is, he is tactically good, but clearly he's bad at picking players that he wants to buy, because he was like, "I'm gonna make this team in my image," and his image is stupid. I don't know what he was buying. You bought me Frimpong that's a right wing back. You didn't go and buy a regular right back. You bought Wirtz for 116 million when you don't have a DM. You left your DM as Gravenberch, who's basically a number 8 and wants to just progress with the ball. You bought Isak, fair enough, I like that. You bought Ekitike, fair enough, I like that. But you didn't think you needed.
Isak hasn't done anything other than grow a beard.
I won't blame him for buying Isak. I think that was a good buy. But you said I'm going to spend 200 million on 2 centre forwards. You didn't think you needed a left winger, no? You thought Gakpo was the new Messi. Look,
you know what is I was really surprised when you guys let go of Darwin Núñez, because you know me, Pato. Darwin Núñez was one of my favorite players from your team, and I don't think you actually realized the quality that this guy was bringing. I know he would miss chances upon chances and just do some stupid stuff here, but Darwin Núñez was one of the key components to your attack working well last season. And you're not gonna like. You see, I know the face you're making. You're not gonna like it because, bro. Let me tell you. Even H will tell you as well. See, those type of workers that H is talking about, where that can platform the Mavericks. Ask Salah why he loved playing with Darwin Núñez so much, because Darwin Núñez will do the stuff that he didn't want to do. He will run around and he will press like mad. Darwin Núñez will create chances upon chances who make defenses uncomfortable. You make defenders uncomfortable.
He'll make the run.
He'll make the run as well. Him and Salah had a good telepathy on the pitch as well. Like they knew each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was telling you. Don't get rid of Darwin Núñez, but you were hit on those chances against Luton. I know you'll never forgive him for that.
And everything you're saying, I 100% agree. He was a workhorse. He made it difficult for defenses. He would do the work that Salah didn't want to do because Salah was getting older. But 6 league goals. I'm sorry, yeah. I'm not trying to see 6 league goals from my centre forward, mate.
You would have banged the hat trick against Tottenham. I guarantee that. That was a game
he probably would have.
Also, the guy likes to be getting sent off as well. We don't need that. We don't need that in our lives. Man.
Maybe you do. Maybe you need some crazy guy on your team. All of them are pussies right now. They're not doing anything.
Yeah, true, low key. Yeah, we probably need a few South Americans. I'm not gonna lie. The man, they like to.
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna go there. Do you know what I mean? Probably miss like three big chances. Create 1 goal and get sent off. But he's gonna do it with passion. And so sometimes that's all you need.
And another thing as well, I will say about Slot is he is so. I think he's a bit arrogant, and he thinks that I'm gonna win football by my tactics, by coaching, all this type of stuff. But honestly, the whole crowd thing is really a factor. Jurgen Klopp, when he was going for them titles, obviously he didn't win them, but he was getting them really high points totals because he was involved in the crowd. I remember one time we were playing City and we were losing and we just had a chance. Jurgen Klopp started doing this and all, getting the crowd involved. Bro, all of a sudden, everyone on the pitch is just a little bit quicker. All the passes are a little bit slicker. everything is just working out more. But I feel like he doesn't believe in that. You know them people that he doesn't believe in. He doesn't believe in magic. He doesn't believe in. He doesn't believe in the intangibles. He just
Yeah.
believes we're gonna tactics. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that, and that's the only way we're gonna win. Bro, we need that Anfield to actually help us get across the line because it has worked in the past.
Well, he needs to throw a couple of fist bumps into his management
Yeah,
style.
you know what I mean. It's too cheap. Fella's always trying to do cool guy, or he put his hands in his pockets. Nah, bro, you don't need composure right now. I need you to shout and be running. You know what I mean?
To move on anyway, boys. The whole Chelsea situation as well. This one. Let me have this one here because I have a lot to say, and there's a specific somebody that I have a lot to say to as well. John Obi Mikel. Yeah, this guy. I swear to God. Yeah, I do. See, this is why I don't always believe that because you play football at a really high level means that you should be qualified necessarily to talk about it. And I know it might rub people the wrong way, but as we've seen in the media, some of the ex-professionals, some of them are absolute donors. They don't have a clue about the game. They could probably tell me what's going on with the little intricacies within the game of what this player is doing and what they're trying to achieve and all this type of stuff. But the actual talk about the game as a whole, I feel like 80% of them are all stupid. Genuinely all stupid. Most of them in the media I have a problem with. Peter Schmeichel, that ex-Man United goalkeeper, this guy for some reason, Arsenal always in his mill. Always in his mill. Arsenal always in his mill. Our nuts are always in his mill every single time. Imagine he was doing commentary for the Bayern and versus Atlanta game. He said, "Oh, this was a proper game, not the stuff that we see with Arsenal, all this type of stuff." I know the boring football and John Obi Mikel, donor, absolute donor. They've been flogging this guy up and down for what he said last week on national radio on Talksport, saying that Arsenal were cheating. Absolute, like who even says that? Like I've seen it on his little podcast. Some of the clips that they put on Twitter as well. His co-host, I can feel and sense sometimes, with some of the stuff that John Obi Mikel is saying. I know he wants to say something, but those checks that are coming in, he doesn't want the payment to stop because he probably doesn't have another gig lined up. So that's why he doesn't say anything. He just agrees with him. He accused Arsenal of cheating last week, and now this week his own club have been found guilty of cheating. How ironic! How ironic! A team that's scoring set pieces is cheating, but your own club was actually doing some proper cheating. Boys, Chelsea have been given a 10.75 million fine for alleged historic agent payments. Apparently, there's no first team sanctions, and they have a 9-month transfer ban from certain academy players.
Damn.
Apparently, these transfers involve Eden Hazard, David Luiz, Andre Schürrle, Ramirez, Matic, Willian, Eto'o, all named. These are all players that all help Chelsea Football Club get over the line and win trophies. Should there be an asterisk in some of the trophies that these guys won? Because every single one of these players, they won trophies at Chelsea. They helped them win trophies. Should there not be an asterisk?
So what did they do? They were
paying agents underneath the table and just doing a bit of further digging, further research. If they just actually accounted some of the payments that they made to the agent, it wouldn't actually affected the PSR. It wouldn't have the financial fair play. They actually would have been fine. But for some reason, they were doing underneath the table deals, backdoor deals, and all this type of stuff. I'll ask again, boys: should there be an asterisk with some of the trophies that Chelsea have won? Because they got fined for cheating.
I guess it is technically cheating. But if you're saying that even if they had included these payments, that it wouldn't have affected PSR, then I won't put an asterisk. If it was a case where those dealings would have affected PSR,
then I guess my question: why did you not just include it?
Yeah, that's the weird thing. It just looks fugazi. It's just like, why did you do that? But the thing is, the fine is only like 11 million. It's almost not be that deep.
11 million fine in the Premier League is the biggest sanction that the Premier League has given.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But the reason why they were so cool with it as well is because it was actually Clear Lake, the new consortium that took over from Roman Abramovich. They didn't want to self-report, and they were very cooperative and helpful. They made sure that the Premier League knew of all this type of stuff. They basically they wanted to wash their hands clean with all this type of stuff. Which with this, I'm not really too surprised because I always kind of knew that Chelsea were cheating anyways. Like how can a team that hadn't won a Premier League in 40 years now all of a sudden you have a new owner? You went and dropped 300 mil in one transfer window. Where'd you get that money from?
2005.
Where'd you get that money from?
Yeah.
You didn't have the fan. You didn't have the fan base for that. Nobody was checking for Chelsea like that.
But was it not different back then? There was no real PSR. It wasn't like
that's back then. Yeah, back then you could. It was kind of a wild west. You could really do what you want. But hey, you're being a bit silent. Is Chelsea's some of the trophies? Do they deserve to be an asterisk beside it because they've been found guilty of cheating?
Well, look, if they want to put an asterisk for Arsenal for winning the Prem on set pieces, man, everybody should have asterisks on the trophies. All of them. Put asterisks there for all of them, bro. Look, I've always said it, man. Even to this day, I say Chelsea are a fugazi club, man. These people are trafficking Brazilian kids into Europe. How many Brazilians have they saw? Bro, see, we only know look what they told us. The players of Andre Schürrle. This is back 2012, 2013 times. Bro, give it another 10 years. They'll tell us all the young Brazilians that they signed, bro, they were all brought forcibly from Brazil to Europe. Bro, I've seen this already.
Chelsea, you actually see this play now in public as well. It actually makes sense because there was a video that I watched on YouTube ages ago, and the time that Hazard signed for Chelsea, United was also infirm as well, and apparently United agreed a fee with Lille, the agreed personal terms with Hazard, but his agent wanted, some money, some little bit on the side, and apparently the money he asked for, Sir Alex Ferguson were like, yeah, mate, you're not getting that. So he said, cool. He went to Chelsea. Chelsea gave him money. They wrapped up the deal for Eden Hazard.
Well, like the same thing happened with John Obi Mikel. John Obi Mikel himself, from his own mouth, told interviewers at Sky, "Oh, how come you joined Chelsea instead of United?" He was like, "Oh yeah, my agent told me that Ferguson wanted to meet me, but my agent told me, regardless of what he says, just tell him that you're not going to United." Mikel already agreed to go to United. I wonder why. Yeah. I wonder why he decided, you know what, I want to play for Chelsea. Chelsea that had nothing of substance. You could have gone to the biggest club in England at the time, but you said no. I want to go play for Chelsea. Chelsea. That's what you want to go and play for. Very good. You see now, this is what I mean. People love to talk too much. See, when you talk too much, people start spotting mistakes in your lies. You see, you try to share by Arsenal. Now they've grabbed your club. Soon they're gonna come and put your name in. John Obi Mikel. He owes HMRC £20 million for unclaimed tax. bro. This man, they don't know, bro. Chelsea just fugazi, man. I'm telling you, bro. That as an institution, bro, you don't just pop out the blue and just start winning trophies, man. It don't work like that.
That's why Sir Alex Ferguson's achievements is so spectacular, because the guy has no allegations. I know that guy was cheating, but he will never come out.
He's coming. Don't worry, he's coming.
So, I think
they won't do it while he's alive. They won't do it. If they're gonna do it, they won't do it while he's alive.
They're gonna do that man like Diddy, bro. Oh, brother, you see what I'm telling you? You're gonna wake up one day. You're gonna be like maybe like 30, 32. You're gonna wake up one day, get ready for work. You're just gonna see on Twitter, The Sun, Daily Mirror, Telegraph, Alex Ferguson, Manchester United. You're just gonna be seeing headlines, bro. Oh, Manchester United have been brought to court for 250 charges since 1999. Yeah,
since 1999,
bro. Brother. It's gonna be.
He definitely had the refs in his pocket to a certain degree, because I won't lie to you. How we lost our undefeated record at Old Trafford, bro. That game, there's no way you can tell me that was a good officiated game, that there wasn't something suspicious going on, bro. It was mad. Even though some of the United games in the early 2000s as well, some of the referee decisions very fugazi.
Them tackles were crazy. Yeah,
very fugazi.
How can you have your own allotted Fergie time. What other club has a time? No, the game's been over for 7 minutes, but we're still playing football. Doesn't make sense, bro.
But that's why I'll be saying to you guys, if I wasn't a Liverpool fan, I'll be an Arsenal fan, because I feel like out of the big clubs that have been winning trophies, obviously Liverpool and Arsenal in recent times we haven't really been up there. Maybe Liverpool now, but bro, I feel like we're the two clubs. We were for the people. We're good. We just play our football.
Bro, you know what they said? Nice guys finished last time. Where have we been finishing mostly for the 20th century?
That's the thing. That's the problem. For the past 25 years, 25 years, we've really been in the mud. But it's like what Trent said, when we win, ours means more. Do you know what I mean? Because we know we didn't cheat anybody. We didn't lie. We didn't do any dodgy dealings. We just win our trophies fair and square. See them 4 FA Cups Wenger won before he left, yeah? Those are real trophies, yeah? Because you won them fair and square.
Check the VVS. Those are real.
Do you know what I mean? To get the diamond tester. So when you win that title this year, look, there's no asterisks, there's no nothing. City right now, they're shaking because people are saying, yeah, you won all them trophies, you won your treble, you did your formidables, but you cheated. I would have won them too if I cheated. So it's not even that big. It's not even that big of a deal. Do you know what I mean? So shout out to Liverpool and Arsenal for playing by the rules.
Yeah, no, guys, we'll move on to the last topic of business. Max Dowman. Mad Max, that's what they call that. That's what they call them on these streets. Yeah, boys, we were messaging the group chat. Obviously when we played Mansfield in the FA Cup, and I even made a tweet myself saying, "What do we have on our hands of Max Dowman?" Because I genuinely couldn't believe how this kid was playing. That surface in Mansfield, that pitch was absolutely horrid. But this guy was playing as if like he's been here before. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a regular thing for him. And he should have walked away with at least like 2 or 3 goals. Genuinely should have walked away with like 2 or 3 goals. I don't know how he ended up with that game with 0 GA. Honestly, it was baffling. But what he did against Everton as a 16-year-old kid, I genuinely can't put into words, because how is a 16-year-old kid having more balls than professionals, like grown men? You know what I mean? Like he came on, grabbed that game by the scruff of the neck, and said, "Buzz, I've been watching this on the sideline, we're not about to do this again. I've never in my life seen Arsenal win the Premier League and we're this close, and you think we're just going to start messing up now." He said no. Not on my watch. That cross, to even begin with, I'm not saying it was the best cross in the world, but you put in a delicate spot that Jordan Pickford thought, "Oh, maybe I can get a hand to it." He actually did get a hand to it, and Caprio just happened to be in the right place at the right time. And for the love of God, for everything that people say about Gyökeres, he's a striker. He's in the right place at the right time just to tap it in. I promise you, if that was Havertz on the pitch, if that was Jesus on the pitch, they're not there.
They're on the halfway line dropping deep.
You just said, we all know it. They're not there. They're just not going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Because I've said as well, Gyökeres is my guy, but he plays like Brock Lesnar. Like sometimes he's fine with the ball, and I've accepted that about him. But I said, give this guy chances, he will put the ball in the back of the net. You know what I'm saying? And I seen a stat as well. In the past 5 seasons, he's consistently scored 15 goals minimum each year. Do you know what I'm saying? 15 goals and above minimum each year. You know what I'm saying? And this is where every little criticism we've been aiming at this guy. He has 16 goals in all competitions for Arsenal Football Club right now. For everything we've said about him, he's still putting the ball in the back of the net. But for Max Dowman to actually come on and do that, boys, the performance overall wasn't like he jinked. I think it was Dewsbury Hall. He had Dewsbury Hall slipping and stumbling, fighting for his life. I think he dropped him like 2 or 3 times as well. Mikalenko kind of gave him a bit of a hard time on the left hand side, but Mikalenko is Eastern Europeans. Some of them man just sometimes you can't get past them. You know what I mean. They rather die than let you dribble them. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, like it was a decent performance. I'm not gonna get in over my head, but Max Dowman, man, boys, honestly, yeah, I'll say it again. What do we have on our hands? Genuinely, what do we have on our hands? H, I'm gonna go to you, man.
He's better than that real kid anyway. Like, brother, Let me tell you something, yeah. As I said the last time about the Mansfield game, as a true technician as myself, brother, I watched that game in awe. We've seen Wonder Kids, we've seen them all these times, we see them like what Max Zerman did in the grand scheme of Wonder Kids is is what I expect the Wonder Kid to do. But when you're just watching something and you just know you shouldn't be doing this. This is something you shouldn't be. This bro, the fella got the ball, yeah, and cause you rolled it through. I forget whose legs it was. Just rolled it through his legs, just like this. I said, bro, what, bro? Eze's not even doing that, bro. Saka's not. Let Saka try and not make somebody now. What happened? Do you know what I mean? Bro, it's stiff. And then it's like, even for the goal, people were saying, "Oh, you just tapped the internet open there." This is what I mean. See, people on social, they didn't play football. They didn't play football in their life, bro. Do you know to head the ball, have it under control? Mikalenko tried to pull you in Devil's Gates. You told him, get off.
You're trying to put in that Chris Masters, the master lock.
Bro, didn't happen in the master lock. He beat him. And then it's like the one that I think people just are underestimating so much. What he did to Dewsbury Hall. People think he just dropped. No. Look at the
Dewsbury Hall was laid on the ground. It's screaming.
Bro, he knew. Bro, the intricacies of this guy's touches, how his body moves. Bro, once he beat Dewsbury Hall, brother, I fell off the bed. I said, bro, I didn't even see the ball going to the net, man. I already knew. I said,
bro, I was trying to miss it. Saying, what were you doing at 16?
What were you doing, bro? Bro, Max Derman, yeah. And you know the thing is, and I think people are forgetting about Arsenal is that this is Max Derman. Ethan Wanyeri's still there. Miles Lewis Skelly's still a baller. Arsenal, under the right management, could have the crown jewels for like the next 5 to 10 years. Sincerely. Because we remember what Ethan was last year, bro. Ethan was doing. In my mind, I said Ethan is the one that's going to take us to the promised land. Now, and I was like, Miles is balling out of his mind, and now they brought Max Zerman for me, bro. This is the greed they talk about in the Bible, no? Is this not the greed, brother? How can you have 3? How do you have 3? How can you have?
Imagine
3?
Ethan is even shipped on loan to Marseille right now,
and he's doing well there.
Like how? Like to me, I just think the youngest Premier League goal scorer of all time, the youngest Premier League player of all time, all play for Arsenal. Bro, it's scary out here. Yeah, Liverpool, keep spending your 160 million on your words.
If Arsenal Football Club do get over the line this season and they do win the Premier League, if I think he's made like 3 appearances in the Premier League. If he makes a couple more, he'll win the Guinness World Record. He'll snatch Phil Foden's chain and be the youngest player to win the Premier League.
Okay, imagine.
Bro,
yeah, look.
Listen, you guys should be developing your players instead of paying 200 million for footballers. You can't develop your guys. Rubbish.
Oh, we tried that. We had people like Ryan Brewster, but we said enough is enough. Now, look, what I would compare it to, obviously not to the same level, but if you look at like United when they first started becoming dominant in like the early to mid 90s, in like 92, 93, 94, when they had like Cantona, Schmeichel, all them, man. And then they brought in, so they already were winning Prems. Then they brought in the likes of Gary Neville, Phil Neville, Giggs, all these type of guys. And then they now carried on again. If you guys can win a Prem this season, maybe win a couple more trophies, and then in like 2-3 years, Max Dowman, Miles Lewis Skelly, Ethan Wanyeri, they're ready to like take on the mantle again. That's 3 academy products that could all be world-class players. That's what Fergie did. And then it put him into good stead for the next 10, 15, 20 years. Obviously, like it's very early to say that, but it's a possibility to get 3 academy products that are like top players in their position.
I think what's also good that Arsenal is doing is like if you look at the likes of Bukayo Saka that obviously came through the academy
product.
If you look at even though Martinelli wasn't an academy product, but we signed Martinelli to our academy. Then obviously we realized this guy's too good to be playing for the academy. Then we moved him up, and he's been there. So you can kind of say he's held end to a certain degree as well. Even William Saliba as well. He's been there a long time. We shipped him out alone just to for him to gain experience. And even with Eze as well, obviously was our academy at a certain point as well. So we have players there that are kind of like Arsenal through and through in a sort of way. And then it's gonna help the kind of next generation coming through as well. Like there's even other honorable mentions. I know we're raving about Max Delman and Lewis Kelly and all these type of boys, but there's a young striker as well, Harry Mananus as well. He played a couple of games in the Carabao Cup and also in the Champions League. Then Ife Ibrahim as well, like 6 foot young black kid, CDM. I think he got a couple of minutes in the Champions League against what's that flipping Kazakh's team that we played the last game. Yeah, Kyra, do you know what I'm saying? So there's a couple of people kind of coming through as well. The academy is looking, Helen is looking pretty healthy. So if we're able to build on that as well, and I'm pretty sure we signed like two young kids from South America as well. Do you know, coming through, and then obviously that kid from Shamrock Rovers that we signed as well was
the Irish kid, yeah.
You know, the Irish kid as well. You area, but so it's like, so I think what they're doing is good. They're mixing a blend of, you know what I mean, talent and then youth in there as well to like you said, Pato as well to take over and all that kind of stuff as well. It's good to see, but like you said as well, it's all about getting over the line. All of that, getting them tasting trophies early, so they know what it means to play for the club, play for the badge, and all that kind of stuff. And when it's their time to step up, there's no real kind of like anxiety or weight of the world on the shoulders because they've won these trophies already from young. But now, can you be the main guys to deliver? You know that sort of way.
That's all about that United, yeah. And I just want to touch on Gyökeres again because I was just checking the stats there. He's got 29 games played, 11 goals. If he finishes, let's say he finishes with 15 goals, which is very likely, very possible, and he wins the Premier League, he did his job. That's what he came to do. I'll be so real. I know when he first came, and obviously he won the Gerard Muller Award, and he scored the most goals in Europe last season. People are saying, yeah, he needs to come in minimum 25 goals, he needs the Golden Boot. Look, Drogba, when he first came in, I think he scored like 11 goals in his first season, won the Premier League though. And then eventually he became that prolific goal scorer. He got his 2 Golden Boots and won all them trophies. So I'm not going to... And Drogba came in at a similar age as well. I think he came to Chelsea at like 26 or something like that.
I think it's like 27, 20, yeah.
Yeah, he was quite old. So look, Gyökeres, if you can't come in, you score your 15 goals, and your team wins the Premier League, that is absolutely fine for your first season. It's just, can he go up a level again? He's going to have a year experience in the Premier League. He's used to the league, used to his teammates. Obviously, we are pre-season then. Arteta's going to be like, look, we didn't use you to your full potential last year. I know we won the Prem, but now let's figure out how we're going to get you getting the type of numbers you were getting in Portugal. But if he scores his 15 goals and wins the Prem, you can't really chat to him. He's
you know the funny thing about it is like guys are using him scoring against like low teams in the lower positions in the Premier League as some sort of beating stick over him as well. There's like that's exactly what we bought him for, because our problem wasn't beating the likes of Liverpool, United, Chelsea, and all this type of stuff. It was we were having a hard time against Fulham, having a hard time against Burnley, having a hard time against everything. If it wasn't for this guy, we would have drew that game in both games that we played against Everton, because he scored the only goal, the penalty against them at their place, and then obviously he stepped off the bench and scored that goal. I know people are not really talking about his goal because the limelines on Max Dowman, and rightly so as well. But I'm not using that as a stick to beat him with, because that's exactly what I need him to do, and he's doing his job. And like I mentioned as well, the other 2 strikers that we have are never in those positions. How many times would Saka whip a ball into that little space right in front of the goalkeeper in the 6-yard box, and nobody be in there to tap it in? And I don't even know why that guy as well is not whipping those type of crosses in this season. But if it's Havertz on the pitch, he likes to make those type of passes. When he knows Havertz is not going to be in that position. But like, yeah, bro, he's doing exactly what he needs to do. Get me 20 goals.
All comps.
If you manage to get 15 in the Premier League, I'm happy enough with that. If you get between 11 and 13, I'll take it as well, because it's your first season and we didn't have a preseason as well. So listen, with Gyökeres, for all his faults, that's still my guy, and he's doing exactly what I need him to do, which is put the ball in the back of their net.
Exactly. He will, and the thing is, I think he will become that player. I think I'm gonna. Obviously, he doesn't have the technical ability, but I'll compare him to Drogba, coming at kind of mid-20s age, and not like lighting the Premier League ablaze.
Like he's not going to be better than what he is now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like not he's not going to like go leaps and bounds. He'll get a little bit like marginally better, but he's not going to be like way better than what he is now.
But I think that the team and him will learn how to play with each other, and his numbers will go up. Because at the end of the day, you're not scoring that many goals in the last however many seasons, and all of a sudden you're gonna be scoring 10 goals every season. There's no way, man. I think he has it in him to have a 20-goal season in the Premier League. The players around him just need to learn how to play with him. Sometimes they don't release the ball when he makes his runs, and then he gets confused. He'll be trying to drop deep. That's not your game, bro. As you're saying, Saka's not putting the crosses in. Martinelli, he doesn't. I don't even know what type of crosses that guy likes to do. He'll be doing crosses on the ground when you've got a 6'2" striker. Like put them in the air. He gives defenders a hard time. He'll be bullying people. Him as well. He needs to chill out with the falling on the ground sometimes because you're a big man for that. But bro, he's learning the straight as he goes along, and I guess that's Arteta's job as well, to make sure your starting centre forward is getting the chances that he needs, because it's not all him. Because the Odegaard, the Ezes, the Sakas of the world, they need to be giving this guy chances. That's their job as well. So I think he'll be in good stead in the next couple of seasons.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why we need those young boys. They all like to play forward, man. They don't like this. They don't like this sideways passing. Mark Zeman plays forward. Ethan Maneri plays forward. Lewis Kelly runs forward. You see? But everybody else, all these old guys, they want to be doing control. Bro, this is not Drake. It's not about controller. We're not controlling the ball. Play the ball forward to my striker, man, and we make the run, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But boys, we'll leave it there. For the people that beat in and out the stream, we appreciate y'all. We're gonna leave it there for now. You guys want to do some predictions for the Champions League, or you just want to just just see what happens?
Tomorrow's the big one, isn't it?
I think Liverpool go out.
You think Liverpool go?
Yeah, against God, that's right.
And hey, what are you saying for the Bayern Leverkusen game? Do you think Arsenal get through?
Yeah. That must be nice.
I think. Do you know? I think Chelsea PSG is going to be a good one. Chelsea might beat PSG 2-1 or 3-1, but they won't make it through. And I think Liverpool. You guys will never walk alone your way to the next round anyway, man. Like if you usually do, man.
I think you guys make it true as well. The Galatasaray at home, and plus as well, Galat fans are not able to travel, so it's literally just you and your friends.
Yeah,
bro. Everton fans are gonna turn up. Bro. What are you talking
about? Word.
But yeah, we'll leave it there. Obviously, the cup final, Carabao Cup final on the weekend as well. Give me your prediction for that one, Pato. Who do you have? Arsenal, Man City to win that?
I'm gonna go 1-0 Arsenal.
Arsenal. Arsenal, Man City.
Champions again, ole ole.
Obviously, I have the Arsenal to win that game as well. I think we'll probably just win that. I have a sneaky feeling it's going to go to penalties. I think we might win it on penalties or something like that.
I genuinely think it's going to be 3-0.
3-0, really?
I genuinely, in my heart, think it's going to be I think it's going to be one of those where it's a slugfest till like the 65th minute. Then Arsenal score, and then they'll just open, and then they'll pan to Bernardo Silva. The camera's shaking up to the third one's gone in, and the fella's just looking left and right, being like, "I've seen it already. I've seen it."
I think it's going to be a bit of a drag game. We'll probably finish in full time 1-1. Go all the way to extra time. Nothing really happens. It goes to penalties, and then we'll probably nick on penalties. And that's how I personally see it going. But obviously, boys, will reconvene after the cup final. Then it's
reconvene. If we win, people are not seeing.
There's obviously international break after that, and I know you guys will be supporting Ireland in the quest to make it to the World Cup.
Yeah.
So anyways, we'll leave it there anyways. So yeah, guys,